Namaskar, I am Jiten. Today I am going to discuss a topic named article. Article is mainly of two types, definite and indefinite. There is only one definite article, that is D, and there are two indefinite articles. They are A and N. Today I am going to discuss about only indefinite article a, or, an. So, in which case, in what sense we actually use a or an article? Specially, we use a or an article before a singular noun. But in what sense we use a article and an article? When the first letter of a noun is consonant, then before it we use a article. As for example, this is a ball, that is a fox, I have a pen, she has a cat. Okay, but there is some silent consonant. As for example, we can say he came here an hour ago. I have already told you that before a consonant letter we use a article. But there is something different in these cases. Look at this sentence. Look at the sentences. Here, he came here an hour ago. He is an honest boy. He is an honorable man. She is an heiress to my property. Now, look at the word hour. Here, the first letter is H, but since it is H, before it, we have already used an article. But why? Because here, the sound of H remains here silent. Here also, the sound of H remains silent. So, in these four words, the sound of H becomes silent. So, that is why here the sound becomes vowel, hour, honest, O, honorable, O, heiress, A, like this. So, that is why in these four sentences, though the first letter is consonant, still we have used here an article. Okay? Now, look at these 5 sentences. There are so many such sentences, but I have written here only 5 sentences. Look at these 5 sentences. The first letter is consonant. In every sentence, the first letter is consonant. But still, we have used here an article. Okay? Why? So, this is called abbreviation. MLA, Member of Legislative Assembly. Lower Primary School, LP, Master of Arts, HS, Higher Secondary School, LLB, Bachelor of Law. So, in each sentence, the first letter is what? Here, M is consonant, L is consonant, M is consonant, H is consonant, L is consonant. But still, here we use an article. Why? Because the sound becomes like vowel. That is why in these 5 sentences, we have used an. So, he is an MLA, this is an LP school, he is an MA, this is an HS school, he is an LLB. So, okay? Next. Now, look at these 6 sentences. There are so many sentences, such type of sentences. Actually, I have written only 6. Okay? So, now look at these 6 sentences. He is an Indian citizen. She is an American girl. This is an aeroplane. That is an egg. This is an umbrella. This is an orange. Now, look at these words. Look at these words. Indian, the first letter is I, this is vowel. That means generally before vowel, we use an article. Okay. Here, I is vowel, A is vowel, A vowel, E vowel, U vowel, O vowel. Okay. These are vowels. The first letters are here vowels. And that is why we use here an article. Okay. That means before vowel, we generally use an article. And here is the sound also, the sound of the words also becomes vowel. Okay. So, these are the examples of using an article. Okay. Okay. Now, look at these 4 sentences. Look at these 4 sentences. This is an egg. It's okay. He is an engineer. Okay. But she is a European lady. This is a UE. Now, look at the pronunciation. The letter is same. E, 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 E. But still, we have used different articles. In these first 2, we use an article, and the rest 2, in the case of rest 2, we use a article. Why? Why? Because the sound of E here becomes just like vowel. But here, European, UE. Here, the pronunciation of vowel becomes just like consonant, U, Y, U. Just like the pronunciation U. Here, European, UE. Just like the pronunciation of here vowel becomes just like consonant, U. So, though these 2 E are here vowel, but the pronunciation just like consonant. That is why here we use a article, though the letters are vowel. Okay. Next. Now look at these 4 sentences. Here, I have an ox, it's okay. That is an orange, it's okay. Next, look at these 2 sentences. I have a 1 rupee note. I enjoyed a 1 egg play. Here, the pronunciation of O just like vowel. Here also the pronunciation of O just like vowel. That is why N. But here the pronunciation of O becomes just like consonant. The pronunciation of here wa. Just like wa. W-A. Wa. So that is why we use here, instead of N, we use here A. Because the pronunciation of O becomes just like consonant. Now, look at these sentences. At first, you observe these 2 sentences. I have an umbrella. She is an untidy girl. Here, the sound of U just like vowel. And that's why here we have used an article. But look at these 5 sentences. There are so many such sentences. I have written only 5 here. Okay. Now look at these 5 sentences. There is a university in Fatsala. There is a university in Fatsala. Here the sound of U just like consonant. The sound of U here just like Y, U, Y and U. U. This sound just like consonant. And that's why here before university we use an A article. Okay. Now look at this sentence. This is a useful thing. This is a useful thing. Here also the sound of U just like U. It is not like vowel, it is like consonant. That's why here we use a. In the same way, in these three rest sentences also we use a. This is a unique site. She was elected by a unanimous vote. She was elected by a unanimous vote. There is a union body in our school. So, look at the difference. Look at the difference. Same, here is you, here also you, but the article is different. Here is an, here is a. Why? It depends on only the sound of the letter. Though it is vowel, but in these two cases, the sound of you here remains as vowel, but in the rest 5 sentences, the sound of you becomes consonant, you. That's why here we use a article. Okay, so this is much for today, but I will discuss the next part in my next class. Okay, thank you.